Michigan Fan TV, I'm here with Jeff. Jeff, thank you for joining us today. So, last week we beat Little Brother pretty handily for the fourth year in a row. Let's also look at the program a little bigger. We've beaten Ohio 4 years in a row as well. First time since 1948 we can say both those things factually. But overall, since Harbaugh's left and we won the championship, Sharon Moore is 13-7. Some people might say we've left some meat on the bone despite beating our rivals. How would you react to that statement, and where do you think the state of the program is right now?
Well, I think it's been trending and continuing to trend in a good direction. Obviously, felt like there was some transition costs when Harbaugh left, and last year obviously it was not kind of up to what we'd expect from the program. But it feels like Bryce Underwood's definitely pumped some new life into the program, and quite a bit of excitement for with the number of young guys that are playing. Look at next year, even the year after. Seems like there's a lot that they're growing towards.
Well, and I use a record 13-7. At what point do you think Michigan fans are going to be screaming for a change? The reason why I ask, just look at some of the coaches that have been fired this year. Big-time coaches, Brian Kelly, Franklin, people are not waiting around. Billy Napier, even at Florida, major programs. How patient do you think Michigan Nation can be?
I think it was helped quite a bit by the fact that coming off they have a new coach coming in off a national championship season. So, and I think, any year you beat Ohio State, I don't care if most years if they go 1-11, if that wins against Ohio State, it's a pretty good season as far as I'm concerned. So I think that they definitely bought themselves some time. I hope they don't get to the point where they're as reactionary as SEC programs. You get two losses and you claiming to fire the coach. He's been doing a good job, and if they, championship's the expectation. Hopefully they get there in the next couple of years with Bryce at the helm.
I agree with what you just said. Not overreacting, because some people may have forgot there was a couple of years where people were thinking, should Jim Harbaugh be replaced? I was not one of those people. I want to say that very clearly, and thank God we stuck with him, right? So what advice would you tell people that are getting a little, not that people are calling for Sharon Moore, I'm not saying that, but some people are getting a little itchy.
Yeah, well, I came of age in the Rich Rod and the Hoke era, so the grass is not always greener, and you see a lot of these hires don't work out. A couple years ago, Billy Napier was the hot coach when he was at Louisiana, and if you have something and you think it can work, and I think Sharon's I think he's got everything he needs. Definitely needs to get a little bit more aggressive. I think in game. But, they've been recruiting pretty well, so hopefully that continues. Yeah, and
obviously it takes a while. Sharon Moore's never been a coach at any level, and all of a sudden you're coaching the biggest program, in my opinion, in college football history. Yeah. So I think that makes a lot of sense that you say that. So any advice that you would give to the boys today, going to a game that a lot of people think we're just going to kind of walk all over them?
Hopefully it's a good game. They go out there and take care of business, and have an opportunity to give the young guys kind of one last run before the kind of it picks up towards the end of the season with some better opponents leading up to Ohio State.
Jeff, thank you so much for spending some time with us. You're a knowledgeable fan. This is why we do the channel. Go Blue.
Happy to do it.